First thing that I want to ask you is about what's TMP Worldwide all about? If you could give us a elevator pitch about your offerings.
Sure. We are the world's largest independent recruitment, advertising, and employer brand agency based out of New York. Worldwide, we have 26 offices. So we are in the business of creative brand storytelling, particularly with employer brand, digital distribution of that, communication of that creative brand, and metrics. So that the way we help our organizations is to kind of get a better candidate pool that comes into their system, digital ecosystem, and then improves them, lowering the costs and improving efficiency.
So essentially, in your solutions, then what are the kind of design elements that you talk about? Because I think based on what I understand about TMP Worldwide, design principles would be very, very central to your approach. So because we've talked about design thinking even yesterday, so it will be good to hear from you as to how you guys do that in your work.
Right. So there's a philosophical change. Candidate is no more a job seeker alone. He is a consumer as well, right? And they're doing everything that you and I do in the digital front. Booking tickets or flight tickets or booking hotel rooms or e-commerce, etc., etc. So our thinking is essentially treat them as consumer candidates, so which is mobile, right? So every solution has to be mobile, right? Today people are on the go and look for jobs on the go. And if your career sites and if your job distribution is not efficient enough to serve them the way they want and where they want, you would be a failure. So in a sense, our design or our thinking is about mobile first. And that's one of the elements amongst many other things that we do. But in a sense, the philosophy is think like a consumer, think about your job seeker as a consumer and try to reach him and distribute your jobs in a way that they would consume.
So how do you also talked about reducing costs and stuff like that. So and even some of the work that I've seen, you guys talk about ROI. So can you talk a little bit about that? So how do you define ROI on a work like that?
So in our business, the ROI could be in different angles, right? One of it is how efficient my brand is or how popular my brand is and how many people know me. So the metrics around the brand and the reach. Definitely the cost of hiring is one big factor for us, right? So some of our clients, we've been able to over a period of 2-3 years reduce their overall spends by about 50% with the kind of distribution system, the kind of brand storytelling that we do, a combination of all that. We were able to manage, we were able to kind of get that to 50% in some cases, which essentially means that what we do has to result in a better cost per hire. And at the end of the day, very, I would say, committed or very knowledgeable job seeker who has understanding about the organization, where he's applying for, what he would or she would get from there, etc., etc.
What are your expectations from a conference like TechHR?
Couple of things. One is obviously we want to be more visible, right? The fraternity here are people who are responsible to make decisions and drive decisions on technology for HR, and we broadly fall in attraction side, talent attraction side. So there is a visibility factor, which we were happy with, especially this time. The second thing is a bit of knowledge, right? Obviously, we are not here to just give our knowledge, but also kind of understand what's happening around us in talent attraction, in recruitment, in potentially HR space, comp and ben, everywhere, right?
Okay. Now the last question. Apart from your own presentation here or your own presence here, there are about 50 different exhibitors that we have. So which of those, one or two that have stood out for you personally?
It's a very difficult question, I would say, right? Because all of them are in different areas, doing wonderful work, great work, in different stages of their evolution, right? So some are like us, which are 45-year-old companies, and there are some which are like 1-year companies. But I think largely companies which are, and I'm biased over talent attraction recruitment, right? More than the other side of the HR. So I would say a couple of companies which are doing a lot of good work on big data analytics in the recruitment space, talent analytics, etc., mapping of talent pool, etc. So those are the exciting companies because that's where we see, from our perspective as well, a lot of value that our collaborations can bring in, right, at some point of time. So I would have broadly put it as big data analytics. We call it big data, small data, but then analytics on the recruitment space.